that I was thinking these are the functions. So each domo describe here's
Cara, esse ano tá acabando já, né? Agosto, estamos no mês 8.
desktop agent is also some of the lower level calls, and it can audit, ask me every time, where you could set aside like a specific scope, deny every time was kind
Um, I just like
Então, deixa eu pegar pra você.
something that I do every, you know.
that's one. I think that's one reasonable.
É o QR Code do WhatsApp. Aí,
I just don't know if it holds up.
To like the exchange.
tamo junto. Cola lá que eu sempre.
And not for like far out. So
Tu é gaúcho, meu? Gosta de um.
I mean, getting something out is important. I'm not sure we.
The future.
So.
E aí?
okay. I mean,
Thursday that is not going to be useful on Friday to the company.
Alô?
Right, the most extreme version of your statement.
I definitely. I don't
well,
think
the
you're
most
in that
Version of
argument.
your statement is we like.
I think I specifically said a couple hours. Like this is like. I'm not trying to make that more.
Cadê?
when we do domos, we can't say here are function calls you can do. Here's if it's SSH, then we do some sort of like key exchange.
Olha outro.
Other ones, then that's the quick and easy route. I mean, we need to do some sort of key exchange. Done.
Qual parte de Poá? Os caras de Poá estão dominando.
This is just a really moment, and it's really important, Jonathan, you get this right. And
A lot of sharp edges. This is what
I'm going to say. And then whatever you decide, we have sharp edges to what you're describing with MCP.
architecture that you described. I'm not sure that
You're going to experience those sharp edges until you use agents like 3 months and try to
use agents to get all of your work done.
And we make here will
I believe the decision that we make here will influence the viability
of this as like the thing that we bet on for the companies. I think those three things are true.
I suppose I don't.
And that's what
that is what worries me.
So again, there are three applications that we can define way and will work another way. I feel like all
Deixa eu falar pra ele aqui, ó. Cara, eu preciso.
whether it's MCP or not, I feel like that's a minor because ultimately MCP is just there are Lee that will prove that
Falar um PBC.
is like valuable and
You're asking like what are the criteria here for?
yeah, but like what are applications that would let us this criteria? Like what are the main applications we want to do? Better if I use a Domo than use Claude on my phone.
So
It might be that this is solved, which we should
know that now, so we don't spend
next week on it, right? But
like
yeah. So that's the first thing I'll say. Like maybe this isn't differentiated, in which case we should just like
in the way that you describe it.
it's not the way that I use Claude. So at a minimum, like
But
as far as I know, I can't use Claude to like book Jonathan on this camping trip.
figure out, sorry,
Book Daniel on this camping trip. I can't use Claude Jonathan to like when your calendar is free and book time on.
um,
I can't use Claude to like log into all of
these sort of services.
submit those to Mercury. So I don't know if it's helping
The things that I do on my computer, but it's definitely like the vision.
that this would unlock those capabilities on Thursday, but like
I wouldn't just decisions that would make that work.
way.
I suppose was thinking Domos were very specific use case, not generic agents.
I think we're aligned there. That is sort
What
of
are the default right now for Domo?
When you are going to talk with Wes and you're like, you use Domo, he's going to say, okay, what can I do?
so
Having a Domo, an agent that solves one specific. So we're talking almost two different things here. We're talking almost two different things here, right? There's like
a simple domo with a very
very like tight prompt that does one thing. Right? Then there's like that being what everybody
like the specific use case that domo solves
solves for me is going to be different than the specific use case that Domo solves for you. Then like there'll be a million different use cases.
in the manifestation.
That I'm imagining of this, let's say 6 months, right? All of those will be simple targeted.
but there's going to be
a distribution and, you know, the same.
Do you expect individual users to make domos? Or
I would
developers?
imagine, yeah, right now users can look at how other people are making domos.
take a demo, copy it, customize it.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Cadê a Angelina?
What information? Okay, so who's the decision maker?
Here, right? Are we aligned that it's Jonathan? Is
I think you're
works, and so that dictates the protocol. Those are the two.
okay.
I would.
Okay.
At the moment is to like implement the Mac app through the.
Okay. Decision maker. I would want to look
at like different possible solutions.
like one is kind of the default that you're describing, GP server.
One new viewer on Twitch.
Another would be like a different protocol,
Like with, you know,
intent-based permissioning, and it
not being a deterministic like a whitelist, but rather like, you know,
some sort of already locally on the machine that is
deciding whether or not a query is malicious or not, or acceptable or not, given the.
right. So that'd be like the second thing
I would want to investigate, right? We open up our own SSH port,
and like SSH is all open source,
right? So this is suddenly very doable, and that has a language model on the back end. So whenever like
client is running a command
first, there's an intent-based permissioning layer on to decide whether or not we want to run it. And right now that intent
very like strict and
a whitelist, you know, we only the plow CLI.
SSH server that you install on your machine. It's based on OpenSSH.
SSH, we've open sourced it. Right now we've whitelisted only, but in the future we will make this like
in ways that are really interesting.
right? And anything that your guardian on approves based on your instructions to your guardian,
The server will, the client will be able to run.
and so it's incredibly powerful because anything you can do over basically everything you can do with this.
So that's like a second potential solution.
It could be, but I'm just not hearing a conversation about like
And I think we
agree about the importance of this decision.
decision maker, I would like to believe that this question
It's important. So maybe that's right. Because Lucas, I'm hearing that you just want to like ship something for Thursday.
Really, this stuff really.
decision. Yeah. And that's not my
Mind on that.
Okay, let's rewind. Because I think the importance is if it's something then it's on like Thursday, that's not much work. Like change if things don't work. And
Yeah,
it's the very thing we're trying to test for is our protocol. So that's why I feel that it's not important, it's that getting something.
We're saying a lot of what we're saying we all agree on, right? Like
more important thing.
something out. Like no one's going to take the opposite stance to you, Jonathan, right? That doesn't change the fact that I'm just not hearing like a breadth of solutions to the company.
yeah. I mean, I don't because I. Figure out what our users want and get something, and then we iterate from there. Like I don't.
I agree. Figuring out what our users want and iterate is
Important for today.
Great.
Aqui, ele falou que.
Like, here's an example. We
made the wrong decision with like the plow Mac, right? We decided we were going to run OpenClaw as in a container.
right? That has cost us
Like 6 months, right?
But
That
are
has
you
cost us like
suggesting? Are you
that.
suggesting that if we spent 2 hours more of work, we would have made the right decision?
I'm suggesting in this moment, a couple hours of work may save us, right? That was $750,000 that cost us. You know, like we now have like 3 months of runway. We inherited that decision. We didn't revisit the decision, and you know.
I think maybe where we're not aligned, and again, this is maybe on me because I like seeing the whole picture and what the end user experience is. But I would love to, and maybe I'm a visual person, but I would love to like visually, we don't even need to write any code at all. Like, what's an application for Domo, and what does it look like for the user getting this up and running, and what are the interactions that we have? Because I still don't feel like we have a single application that I can say this is what we're developing for. And without that, it's really hard. Like, it's hard to know what the research should be based on. 3 is great, 1 would be good enough.
Yeah, so
Like, I don't know if we can just like whiteboard this and just do a couple like mock-ups,
so
or at least have text and be extremely concrete on
yeah,
Thursday. This is
yeah,
exactly what it'll be.
yeah. Like I think you know, I sent Daniel this screenshot, right? But like you know, on okay, actually before we do this, yeah, if I'm happy to do that. Yeah, that exercise that you're describing, Jonathan. It probably would take us 30 minutes do we want to spend the time to do that? Lucas, you're, like wanting to get back to building, I can tell. So if that's the way that we are going to get if that's going to be helpful to make this decision, I still don't know. I still don't hear anyone like really signing up as the decision maker, right? Like Lucas, you're saying Jonathan should be the decision maker. Jonathan, you're saying I should be the decision maker.
I mean, I'm happy to be the
Um,
decision maker, but I think you have very strong opinions on this, and the buck stops with you. So, like,
yeah. So like Jonathan, you're not feeling empowered to
the
be
way
the
I would go
decision maker.
about doing this is the way that you don't like me going about doing it. So that's why, that's
Well, if
why
it's
I'm
like, hey, I
saying,
want to learn like the user experience, then I like that way of going about making this decision. If it's like Clucas demos an MCP server and we're like, oh, great, let's do the MCP server, then I don't like the way we're going about making the decision. To be clear, Clucas, I love your demo, right? But like,
Yeah, and yeah, great. I'm not
what I'm,
tied to
but there's a
anything that
one
I